Y'all, things are getting real. Oh my God. Okay, I feel like I'm out of breath because I'm so excited. I just signed up for a third vendor event for the month of May, and I'm literally like shaking with excitement. Like, do you see me shaking? My pits get itchy when I'm excited, but listen, I had to run down here to my workspace because y'all, I have so much freaking work to do, and I have been getting work done knowing like I had vendor events coming up, but now that I have 3, and this third one, this one that I just signed up for, is actually taking place the day after my first one. So it's 2 back to back and then one a couple weeks later. No, 1 week later. No, a couple weeks later. I have 2 at the beginning of May, and then the third one is May 31st. So my heart is beating fast, okay? The pressure is getting worse, but like in a good way. Like, I was excited before when I just had 2, but now that I have 3, I don't think I've ever done 3 vendor events in 1 month. I can do it. I've never done it before. Now I'm thinking like, should I order more inventory? Should I get prepared? Like, I just feel so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write a list. I be losing my list notebooks. Like, I buy so many notebooks and list books and books to write stuff in, and like the moment I need to anxiously reach for one, there's none in sight. I found it. Time to calm my racing thoughts and just kind of put all of my excitement, all of my anxiousness, all of my worries, all of that into actionable steps. All right? Grab a handy dandy pen. I need to get some like really cutesy pens because I have so many really cutesy like notebooks and writing pads. Like, Dollar Tree hate to see me coming. So what I need to do today, what can I do today? I need to make some labels, okay? So I have these 2 products. I got the formula right. I think we made the formula in my last video in my Entrepreneur Diaries that I did. So I need to make labels for that. Let me give you a kind of a sneak peek at what the product's gonna look like. I shared it on my Instagram, but like, let me show you what I'm gonna be making the labels for. So this is what the labels are gonna look like, all right? I think this is so cute. This is adding some new color into my business. My typical color scheme has been green and my signature amber bottles, but this is gonna bring some purple. Purple is actually my favorite color, and I am in this era of taking full ownership of my business. I can go into this whole tangent, but I'm gonna just say this, okay? When I first started my business, I wanted my business to be big successful. And by big successful, I mean I wanted my business in Target. I wanted to have a huge warehouse. I wanted supply. I just wanted to be like As I Am or Miel and like Shea Moisture, but better, you know? I was operating from this place of like, I don't want too much of myself in my business. I don't want too much of a personal touch. I want someone to be able to just grab this product and be like, this looks professional. This looks put together. This looks like I would buy it at Walmart or buy it at Target or buy it at wherever. Not like, you know, a girl was making it in her basement, me being the girl, you know? But that was really stressful because I was trying to find an identity for my business outside of myself. And that was really, 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 really hard. So now I am fully embracing my business. My business is an extension of myself, and I 100% immerse myself in that. So I'm bringing my favorite color into my business as like a little statement, and I just think that green and purple go well together, so it works out. So yeah, this is what my labels are gonna be looking like. I haven't designed it. I haven't, you know, done too much. And this is a new method of label testing for me because typically when I started my products, I was printing them at home. Like, I would design it, buy the printer paper, print it at home. And then I started outsourcing and I would get my labels ordered. And I really like that because quality is consistent. I didn't have to worry about anything but uploading the design. And you only really have to do that once and then it gets shipped to me. Although it is very expensive. And the more I expand my product line, I cannot order labels for every single one of my products. It's not affordable for me at all. So I do still print some of my labels. Like, for example, my labels for my hair, bath, and body oils are printed at home still. This is just regular, I think this is sticker paper actually, that I just printed off and I cut to size, and it works really, really well for stuff like this. But for my main products like the hair butter, hair cream, and hair oil like this, these I order these still. Just because it's just, some things is better to be outsourced. But this is thermal paper. It's so important to talk to the vendors at your events because you learn so freaking much. I learned from a vendor last year that they print all of their labels for all of their products on thermal printer sheets and then just print it from their thermal printer. I have a thermal printer. So this is going to be my first trial run of testing that method out for myself because I'm like, I could save money on ink and save time in cutting out like my labels or getting them ordered. It's a new method I want to test out. I have to design the label and then size the paper to my printer because I've only ever printed shipping labels for my printer. So I don't know how sizing is going to work. I don't know. I just have to figure that whole process out. So I'm going to put that on my list. Design labels. 2, print the labels. Print the labels. Those 2 is going to be a process in itself. I think I'm going to start there and then check back in because I don't want to give myself too much to do, but I also want to do a lot. There's a lot to do. I have to make some hair cream. I have to make some hair butter. I have to make some hair oil. I think I might just dedicate a specific time to just do that by itself. And then just today focus on these labels because I have been thinking about it a lot and it's kind of been built up in my head. So if I just focus some direct, uninterrupted time to doing that, I believe I can get that done. And once that's cleared out of my mental, I should be good to move forward. So let's get started on that. All right, so this is how I design my labels. I just go straight into Canva and I pay for the Canva Pro edition. So I have access to basically everything. And yeah, so I go in, I start a new project, and I actually size my design to the size of my labels. So my labels are 2x3, so I made my design 2x3. So because I'm going to be using the thermal printer, I'm only going to do my design in black and white. The color is going to come from this holographic paper. So everything's just going to be done in black and white. I put here that I wanted the Loc'x oil to be called Soothing Scalp Oil. Oh, do I want to say that? Soothing oil? I don't know. I don't want to get too caught up in the names, but for the oil, it is a little bit more complicated, I guess, because I already have an oil. And even though they're going to be completely different formulas, like my original oil is for stimulating hair growth. It's supposed to help, grow your hair, nourish your hair, things of that nature. This oil specifically is going to be made to help soothe your scalp. So I have Loc'x. What inspired me to make this oil is because after I do a retile on my scalp is very, very sensitive. So I use this oil to help relieve the tension and to specifically soothe my scalp. That's why it's called the Soothing Scalp Oil. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm thinking for my customers, this could be useful for anybody who has Loc'x, who gets braids, or who, anybody who does any kind of style in their hair where they have tension and they would want to apply oil to help relieve that tension and that and provide them some relief. So I think I'm going to stick with the Soothing Scalp Oil, and then I'm going to put for locks, braids, and twist, or any high manipulation hairstyle. I don't know. I feel like I should bring ChatGPT in here. Oh no. Let me ask ChatGPT and get back to you, see what he says, okay? I'm going to say, so I'm creating a... Can I use the microphone? I'll talk to ChatGPT. So I'm creating a new hair oil for my business, and I already have a hair oil, and it's called the Stimulating Hair and Scalp Oil, and this oil is specifically for, growing your hair, nourishing your hair, and caring for your hair scalp. And now this new oil that I want to make, I want it to be specifically for soothing your scalp. So after you put in a high tension hairstyle and you want some relief, it's designed to help provide relief. I have Loc'x, so I'm going to hide it. It's going to be Loc'x products specifically, but I don't want it to just be for Loc'x. I want it to be for locks or braids or twists or anything. Just basically any style where you want to use oil to help provide some soothing relief. So I need some name ideas for this that helps kind of encompass all of what I just said. I know it's a lot, but I need to do it. Oh my god, it typed it out into words. He says, yes, I absolutely got you. They're so funny. Since your stimulating hair and scalp oil is already focused on growth and nourishment, this new one should lean into comfort, care, and tension relief, period. I knew he would get it. Like, I knew it would click for him. Here are some name ideas that keep it versatile, but still specific to soothing and post-style care. Okay, Soothe and Seal Scalp Oil. Tension Tamer Scalp Oil. Ooh, I like that. Calm Crown Scalp Oil. Relief and Restore Scalp Oil. Okay, I like that. After Style Soothing Oil. Oh, I like that. Ease and Embrace. No. Scalp Serenity. Quiet Root Scalp Oil. That's too poetic. Like, be so for real. No Tension Necessary Scalp Oil. I don't know. Now the After Style, that I think I like that. Okay, this is the one option that like is catching me here. It's called After Style Relief Oil, After Style Hydrating Mist, After Style. It's like a very straightforward name, like you get it, you know? Like you know exactly what the product is for in the name. After Style Relief Oil, After Style Hydrating Mist. I think I really like that, chat. That After Style, I think I'm going to rock with that one and see where that lands me. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to start the design process using that name. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Again, all black and white, no need to decide on color or anything because the color is going to be coming from the labels itself. After Style Hydrating Mist with Rose and Aloe. Those are the two like main ingredients that I want to highlight. It has more ingredients in it, but those are the two that I really want to highlight. And I put for refreshing your scalp and strands with lightweight moisture and calming ingredients, perfect for high tension hairstyles such as locks, braids, and twists. All right, now let me configure my printer to be sized to these labels. And that's the one thing I love about Canva is how you can just go from like device to device and your work is there. So this is what it looks like pulled up on my computer. Looks pretty good. I'll just kind of like envision it on here. All right, let me see. Does it know? Okay. All right. It accepted the paper. It's blue. So now let me download it. Transparent background. Download. I'm a little nervous. It has my printer here. Okay, I could choose the size. Perfect. So it's 3x2. If I put it like this. Oh my god, it has it. Okay, the only thing that I see here is that it has this very blurred. It looks really blurred. It actually looks clear on camera, but all of this is like blurred and unlegible. So I'm just gonna print and see what that's about. Okay, yes, select print. So this is how it printed. Some of it looks okay, and these words though do not look okay. So I think I'm gonna have to make this bigger. Okay, let me see. And then this was kind of like cut off weird. You can see that it like broke almost when it was printing. So I don't know if it was because the paper was loaded weird, it was positioned weird, but I'm gonna run it once more to get a secure understanding of what's consistent and what can I expect. I'm gonna go back over here, select 3x2, looks the same on the computer, and then come back over here, select print. Okay, so that was unique to the first one, so it had to have been loaded weird. So what I'm understanding is that I need to make this bigger because it's small when it prints out, and I think it's just too small for it to be picked up well. But listen, let's see how this looks on the bottle. Put it on here. I think I love it. I think I really, really love it. And the holographic paper, 10 out of 10. Ink is stuck on here. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So let me edit this. I'm gonna go back in here, and I'm just going to, everywhere that looked small on here, I'm just going to fix and make bigger. And it just shows me too how much space I have to work with once it's printed out. So I'm gonna work on that, print it out, and then come back hopefully with the final product. All right, so this is where we're landing now. So I made everything bigger, and then I moved this over here to the side to kind of like utilize all of the space. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing, download, and then transfer. Let me just stick to what I did before and see if I get the same results. I don't want to change too much. All right, so now that it is saved, I'm gonna open it again. And this is what it looks like transparently. Looks cool. I'm gonna hit print. If it's fuzzy on this, oh my god, it looks much better. But this isn't a bigger size. So let's do the 2x3. Oh my god, it's still fuzzy. Okay. Some things are clearer. Let me print it and see. Alright, let's assess. Honestly, not bad. I think this down here can be a little bit bigger. It doesn't look bad. What do you guys think? I think I might have to scoot this in a little bit because it's a little close to the edge. You definitely cannot read the ingredients, so I think I need to make that bigger. I think I just need to take up more space, make things bigger so that it comes out clear. So if it's bigger, it's less of this like fuzzy outline of the wording. So let's try again. This is how everything looks. And I like it. I do. It's not as clean as I would like it to be, but I think that after many different trials, I'm discovering that I think that's just how this paper prints in the thermal printer. You're not gonna get super crisp lines, sharp edges, none of that. Like, I've tried many different printer settings, many different fonts, all of that stuff, and I still consistently get fuzzy edges around some of my lettering. It shows around some fonts more than others, and I was really getting hung up on it for a while, but I took it upstairs, I showed my husband, we talked about it, and he's always the first eyes on my products, and he's brutally honest, and we both came to the conclusion that I'm a small business, you know, and when I can be able to order all of my labels from high quality printing services, I will 100% most definitely do that. But right now, I'm just a girl in my basement making really good products and trying to make them appealing to my audience. So as a whole, I would 100% definitely reach for this on a shelf. I think it's really pretty. As far as meeting my meeting the vision that I had, I definitely give it a good 8 out of 10. The only thing that really truly bothers me in my soul is the fact that the lines aren't clean, but I'm making peace with it literally as we speak. I had 2 different designs. So this was the first design here, and then I ended up choosing this one. I asked my husband between the two. Subtle differences, but they're there. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to choose this one just because it has more of a like larger font that grabs the attention. I'm going to go back into the drawing board and basically edit the same label to be kind of identical to go in here. So these are going to be like sister twins. So I have the After Style Hydrating Mist, and this one's going to be After Style Relief Oil. This one's just going to be a little bit different because it's going to be downward. So I think what I'm going to have to do, let me kind of show you guys what I'm going to do with that. I duplicated this original label that I made, and because it's going to be long ways, I'm just going to basically flip all of this information to fit going down this way instead of, you know, landscape like this. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. There they are. What do you guys think? I also actually ended up changing this label, so I'm gonna take this one off. I switched it up so that there's not too many bold lettering, because before, this is what it looked like. I have these bold lettering down here, and this is where you can really see, like, it highlighted the non-clean lines. So I changed the wording up a little bit, did a little editing on that. So this one I've settled on. There we go. Ta-da. It's labeled. I hate when the label sits on the seam. I'm not a perfectionist. I say that, and then I go and do stuff that only perfectionists would do, but I promise I'm not a perfectionist. I just like things a certain way, you know? I don't like the label to sit on the seams. Let me just adjust that real quick. And now, squish that down. And now we have finished products. Even with the imperfections, I truly, truly, truly love these. Like, it's a vision come to life. So now I have the formula, I have the bottles, I have the labels, I have the product. Hopefully these do really, really well at my vendor events, and I think that they complement my already existing products so well. Like that green and purple, just, I think it does well with the amber. I really, really like it. I really want to know what you guys think. You guys saw my process of printing. It was not seamless, but we got results that we can definitely work with. So let me know what you guys think. That took about almost 3 hours to do. I've been printing my labels at home since I started my business. I'm such a DIYer, hence why I make my own hair care products. So anything that I could DIY, like do myself, I'm going to do. And I'm so happy to have a platform where I can share that, and you guys can kind of like go along with me as I test things out and see what works, what doesn't work. I'm hopeful that this method will be beneficial to other business owners out there who are trying to find ways to save a buck and still have quality in their business. I rate it like an 8 out of 10, genuinely. You're not gonna get super clean lines and crisp wording, but I think if you're a small business like me, this 100% works. This is something that I can feel confident putting in front of other people and not feeling like they're gonna look at it and be like, that's a little rickety, that's a little janky. This feels like a good 8 out of 10. And for what it's worth, I paid like less than 20 bucks for the labels, and it's 200 labels. I went through about a good 25 trying to get, you know, it right, but I think for $15 it's 100% worth it, because the thermal printer will never run out of ink. So it's literally $15 for hella labels. And when I order labels from my printing company, I get 50 labels for like 70 bucks. And the labels go in the trash. After the product is done, no one's holding on to the labels. So it definitely saves you money. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I have a lot more work to do to get ready for my vendor event. I have a lot of product to make. Now that I have the product outlined perfectly, I just have to put all the pieces together, fill these bottles with the formula that I created. I'm really excited. I'm just as excited as when I started this video. Like, the excitement is there, the anxiousness is there, it's all there, but it feels like solid ground to stand on when I'm excited and I'm producing, versus when I'm excited and stuck and like, oh my god, what do I do? I got a list. When you make a list, you get things done. Now what can we do? Okay. I love crossing stuff off the to-do list. It's like a mini applause in my head, like Yeah, girl, you did that.